Hello, Mr. President. When you were reported to have contracted the coronavirus last week, I wrote to the churches of my denomination, the United Church of Christ, and I invited them to lay aside political divisions and pray for you, your family, and your staff. I saw you returned home yesterday, and I am truly happy for you, and I hope that means you are well. But I'm also really struggling with something, and it was a tweet you sent out yesterday. Now, you have the attention and for now the sympathy of the nation and the world. What you say matters. And the nation is struggling. Over 7 million have, like you, contracted the virus. Over 210,000 of us have died. We are scared and we are grieving deep loss. We know this is far from over. And we are all looking to our leaders to both inform and inspire us. As the president of a Christian denomination, I understand the weight of holding an office with the power of speech that affects lives, especially in a time of great crisis and confusion. Now, you know far better than I what that weight feels like. And yesterday you made the decision to use the power of your office again to speak, well, more precisely, to tweet. When we learned that you and your family had contracted the virus, we all held our collective breath. It was sobering for us to learn about this, and we waited, hoping that you were well and wondering what you would learn that you could share with us. How would you use your voice, your experience, your bully pulpit to speak to our collective grief and anxiety? What wisdom would you eventually feel inspired to share? Feeling really good. Don't be afraid of COVID. Don't let it dominate your life. I have to say, reading that made me angry. I felt throughout this pandemic that you have been misleading us. I felt like you've been downplaying the effects of the world's most pernicious and deadly disease in over a century. As a leader, I have felt enormous responsibility to learn all I can about this crushingly disastrous disease and help the leaders of churches within the United Church of Christ make the kind of decisions that would ensure the safety of their dear and precious members. The truth I discovered about this pandemic was hard truth, but it was truth. And I knew that speaking it might save lives and reduce some of the suffering that people are living through. And so when you wrote from your hospital bed that COVID is nothing to be afraid of, I got angry. Because to be honest, it scares the hell out of me. I've watched loved ones I care about deeply have their lives turned upside down by this. I talked to frontline workers who feel powerless to stop this and who describe the horrors of what is happening in hospitals with patients suffering from this. I can't even attend funerals for my own friends and loved ones who are dying. You belittled your debate opponent last week for wearing masks just 2 days before you would be diagnosed with this. And instead of using your experience in your office to say to us something like, hey, if it happened to me, it could happen to you, so please be careful. With 7 million already having been infected and 210,000 already dead, you should be taking every precaution. This is serious. But that's not what you said. You chose to purposely mislead us once again. Don't be afraid of COVID. So let me say it. No, I don't have the audience you do, and it won't have nearly the same effect as if you would have said it, but here goes. Be afraid of COVID. Take every necessary precaution against this pandemic. This is not a drill. It's the real deal. Wear your mask, wash your hands, keep proper distance. Don't take joyrides in cars with others if you know you have the virus. Do not take unnecessary risks that put the health, no, the lives of others on the line. We can survive this if we take it seriously. If we don't, it will exact an even greater toll on us. Mr. President, I continue to pray for you. I hope that you and your family recover soon. We need you well, and we need your voice. But please, tell us the truth.